Hello friends, my name is Gerry and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be checking out One Hit Wonder Pop Punk by GetGood Drums. Okay, so now we're in Pro Tools land, and I'm just going to very quickly run through all of the features of One Hit Wonder Pop Punk. There's a very great video from Nolly over on the Get Good Drums YouTube channel that goes way into depth of everything you need to know about the kit. I'm not going to regurgitate the same information here, so let's just see what it's all about. So this is what you get when you open up the plugin, virtually identical to the rest of the Get Good Drums One Hit Wonder series. I have a video on the metal one if you guys want to check that out. The only difference being the kit that we're using, obviously. So what we have is a very, very simple kit with a very high-tuned brass snare, a 20-inch kick drum. And as far as the UI goes, they keep it very simple, as the MO is to have it mixed ready out of the box so that you can just kind of jump in and get inspired to start creating and songwriting. So I'll just play the session here, play with the different presets, and kind of show you a little bit of what's going on with the UI. This song is called Caught Red Hot in a Ford Machine. This is from my old pop punk band, A Real King. I just felt that it was fitting for this demo, and I'm pretty stoked with how it turned out. And like in Nolly's video, I have very limited processing happening on the bus. I have, compressor and the limiter. I can go ahead and bypass the compressor for a sec just so you can kind of hear the raw drum tones. And I'll show you the difference it was adding. Not crazy. So honestly, I think it sounds really great. It's a really kind of a polished version of like the old pop punk sound that, you know, that a lot of us grew up on. I know I did. I mean, Yellow Card is my favorite band. So definitely stoked to have a pop punk version of the One Hit Wonder series. So just to very quickly go through the UI, you have a button here for parallel compression on and off, and I can show you that really quick. So here it is with it off, and then I'll kick it on. And then you have a master EQ, which kind of does kind of like a little bit of a bass lift and kind of a bit of a high end lift just to kind of give it a lot more clarity. So again, I'll start it with it off and then I'll kick it on. Okay, awesome. It's simple and I love it. Next is this mixer window, which lets you kind of mix each individual element of the kit. So you have your kick, snare, the toms, overhead, mono, and room. And if you want to get even more detailed, if you hit this balance knob, then you can kind of go in and really tweak all of the different elements coming in through each individual channel. So as you can see on this preset, and I'll get into the presets here in a little bit, you have no reverb on the kick, and then a little bit more reverb on the snare, a little bit of reverb on the toms, and so on and so forth. So this plugin is supposed to be kind of plug and play, but if you're like really not digging like the level of the kick or the cymbals or whatever, it makes it really easy to kind of dial in the sound that you like. As I mentioned earlier, I just kept it on the Let's Go preset. Here are all the other 9 presets. The only other one I used was this one called In the 90s Before You Were Born. Drum sounded a bit more like this. Yeah, in the 90s, before I was born. And that's over here for this section. It's a little bit more kind of dry sounding. And it just felt more fitting for this section of the song. And then just very quickly, let's just run through the presets and kind of see what kind of sounds you can get. Like I said, I had it on the Let's Go preset with the parallel compression and master EQ engaged. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip down to warm and roomy. Here's Vibe Kill. So pretty dry, cleaned up and ready to pop. Slightly overwhelmed. $80. And finally zeroed out. And then finally, some of the last couple of things to check out is here in your settings tabs, you can go ahead and kind of affect all of the different kind of velocities or map the different aspects of the kit to different keys on your MIDI keyboard, MIDI editor. And then you have the Groove Player section where if you go to the GetGood Drums website, there are a lot of wonderful drum preset packs from a number of different artists, including some great fills. Truth be told, I use a lot of that stuff all the time. Here's some of the ones that I already have installed. And that's pretty much One Hit Wonder Pop Punk in a nutshell. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. If you want to learn more about One Hit Wonder Pop Punk, like I mentioned earlier, you should probably check out that video from Nolly, or you can head over to getgooddrums.com. If you'd like to follow me on social media, they'll be linked down in the description below. Until then, I've been Gerry, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!